So Xiaofan Daut should be interesting because I think it's hard to know just how good Xiaofan is. The Chinese players, you don't really see them too often against non-Chinese players. They
No,
usually play among themselves, and then
they
when you
play
do
a
see them
lot on
play,
like
it's a tournament.
yeah, they're very much Voobly China oriented in where they play, and then they come to normal Voobly for rated team games every now and then, and for tournaments as you said, and so you don't see the breadth of their skill level.
No.
You see them come in, they maybe play a round or two of a tournament, and then you don't see them again for a couple months maybe. And you're not exactly sure, how prepared are they at any one time.
Thank you very much, Alganon, for the 5-month resub coming in with the Go Riot. A little bit late for that, I think.
Yeah, feels bad, man.
Yeah, it does feel bad, man. Riot didn't really stand much of a chance to MBL there. And then Dingo Bits, thank you for the 100 bits as well. Wiper or Go Home. Well, if you're talking about the Viper, he already played today, and that was the very first match of the day, actually. So if you want to see that, you can always go and check the VOD. He played in the very first game against... who did he play against?
He played against D8 Baby.
D8 Baby from Frantic. We're now going to be seeing Xiaofan versus Daut. Thank you as well to... I can never say this one. Ibrikchi for the 2-month resub with Prime. Much appreciated. Appreciate the support. And we're going to continue casting these games for you today. Xiaofan Daut, we're going to be starting on Fortress. No surprises there. That is Daut's sort of most... I don't know if it's his favorite map, but it's sort of like a map which he has probably got the most experience on.
I feel like it is his favorite map. Like,
yeah,
he always picks it when he's able to.
Yeah.
For instance, like in the recent Doubles Age tournament that Secret was playing in, Down Slam, they picked RF as their home map every single time. I think they probably were playing it something like an 80% win rate on that. They were winning all the time with it against every team they played, basically. And, he's been playing it for so long. He knows how to play the map extremely well.
He's been playing it a long time. And, I remember, back in, like, 2013, 2014, so many games on Regicide Fortress, so many tournament games as well. And we're going to end with Fortress, and we're going to start with Fortress here, followed by Lombardia. We're definitely going to see Lombardia, the first time that we will see Lombardia today, and then followed by clearing if we do get to Game 3. So let's load up Game 1, Xiaofan versus Daut. And we're going to load up Capture Age as well. And we're not actually going to do that because Age of Empires crashed. But we're going to try it again. Second time's the charm, as they say.
Yeah, we'll go with that one. Second time, that'll work. We don't want a third time.
And I think you can see the brackets right now as well.
Spoilers, if anyone didn't want to know the previous results.
You can't really say spoilers, I guess. I mean, it's going to happen, right? We're showing the results as we go. Let's try again. We'll try and load it up again. Sometimes Age of Empires crashes, but it looks like it's all good now. So let's do it. Let's go into our next match, Xiaofan versus Daut. A best of 3 here, starting with Regicide Fortress and spawning to the west of the map in the blue. Going to be Daut here, playing for Team Secret. Over to the east of the map in the red, it is XD Xiaofan, playing as the Spanish for Team Frantic. So it's a Spanish war, Frantic versus Secret in the round of 16 here for the Escape Champions League.
This is the first time that we're not seeing the Vikings on RF so far.
Yeah.
I feel like if Daut thinks that Vikings aren't the best Civ, then they're not the best Civ.
Well, I don't think you can say that one Civ is decisively the best. Like, I think it depends on your personal preferences, your kind of personal play style. It's different strategies as well, right? Like, there's not one set way to play Regicide Fortress. I've seen players on Regicide Fortress play Goths and come forward in the Castle Age and drop barracks and do, Gothic things.
Make infantry.
And win the game in Castle Age. Like, it doesn't even have to go to Imp. So it depends on how you want to play it, what you want to do. But
I've seen people Monk Rush on RF as well. But, like, the standard plays, the commonly... I guess, how would I phrase this? The common meta for RF. Things like Mines are the best.
Yeah.
And then occasionally you might pick like Goths to counter the mines. But often you still lose because mines are just so good.
You know what?
On RF.
I actually once saw a Regicide Fortress game. It was a real game. I don't know if it was a tournament game, but someone came in. Petard busted a stone wall. Petard busted a tower with the king in it and killed it with 4 plumed archers. And the person who lost was the Viper.
I remember that game.
And there's
that was NC Sniper?
Yes, it was. I made a clip of the day of it. It's on my YouTube channel. It's a really fun one. And clip of the day, probably like
See, mine's clearly
number
the best
7 or something.
Oh, it was Armor? My bad.
It was Armor.
I knew it was one of the NC guys.
Spaden tuning in just to tell us what's up. Just to tell us that the castle is on the hill. No, I'm gonna say you're wrong. It wasn't Armor. No, you can check the video. It's on my YouTube channel. There's some evidence of that. But elite conks are archers too, guys. Oh, look at that! Xiaofan losing his scout there.
Outside the front of his base.
Probably trying to pull the boar in.
Yep.
And I mean, it is so commonplace to see that on Regicide Fortress, but yeah, it kind of sucks to lose your scout because, oh, hello, taking some damage from the towers.
The king can't die because there's no scout out there to kill him, right? And Daut should probably have seen the body.
It can die. Look, the king can die if it sits into tower range
or walks
and
into
takes
the castle.
Like a lot of shots.
Yeah. I've actually thought about it on Ark. You just make a hole in your wall next to your castle, and then there's a possibility that the enemy might click their king into your base.
Ah, yeah.
Right, because they click somewhere and they just pass through your base, and then just walks into your castle, and maybe you just win a cheesy win like that if they're not paying attention.
That would be very cheesy, but I don't think that players would typically click inside of your base.
Well, like if they haven't scouted your base right, like they're just scouting, they click 10 tiles forward, and that happens to take them into your base.
Yeah,
it could happen.
It could.
I
actually have seen games of Regicide Fortress where players like suicide their king at like 6 minutes and it's just over.
Or they get stuck into a corner and they get walled in there and then they can't leave and they're like, well, shit.
It's so sad. It's so sad, but you can't help but laugh. I mean, it's one of those things. Both players at the moment just going to be mirroring each other. Let's take a look at the maps, Robo. Zooming out here, we'll take a look at Xiaofan. Now, first thoughts about this.
I quite like it.
The gold is, very sort of at the back. It's quite nice. He's got wood in the back, which is good. The castle's kind of forward, but it's okay. His towers are sort of nicely placed here. He could wall off to the edge.
Yeah, I was going to say, I would have preferred and build the market and the blacksmith up there in that corner to wall off that area and give him all that space at the back.
Yeah. And then the left side, the stone's a little bit forward, but it's okay. It's okay.
He's also got those 2 relics right outside the front of his base, which is nice.
Take a look at the other side. Daut. Ooh, again, not too bad, actually. Very safe golds back here. This one's really bad, though, because it's kind of
difficult to mine.
I mean, if you've got a mining camp here, it's okay.
Or
this
TC,
piece will be
chop
awkward.
down the trees first, and then you can get to it.
But it's very well defended. The castle on the left side is good to sort of defend this gold here, which is nice.
By the way, notice that there's a stone behind that castle.
Oh, there's a stone there? Oh, there is, yeah. Didn't see that there. Yeah, it's not too bad. He's got wood in the back. He can easily take the wood here very safely. We might see TC going up around here somewhere. Maybe.
I would expect the gate to be deleted and then built, touching the wood and the gold.
Just here,
that would
maybe,
be a nice spot.
He could do one on the left side as well, but it's really safe at the back, and he's got a lot of space in front to build military buildings or whatever he needs to do. Yeah, not bad map. I think both players have decent maps here, all things considered.
And they're both upping it pretty much similar times. Xiaofan has 1 extra villager, and he's 30 seconds later, which is about normal. 1 villager takes 25 seconds to be created, so that balances out. Pretty
even stuff. I like it when it's nice and close. I like to sort of see those small differences. But while they are going up to the Castle Age, thank you, Big Lil James, for the Twitch Prime sub. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for the support, and thank you for helping us to continue doing what we're doing. And hopefully you're enjoying the stream as well. This should be a really nice game because I think both players will be quite closely mirrored. And for that reason, I think it's going to be so interesting to see where those differences lie. For example, Xiaofan immediately goes with Bowsaw. And as a result, doesn't actually have the wood to immediately place down his second TC, for example.
Interesting. Whereas Daut's prioritizing TC first. He's even making a farm as well before he gets Bowsaw, which I think is a little risky, to say the least, because getting Bowsaw is it's such a good upgrade. I guess at the moment he doesn't have a ton of villagers on wood.
No, he doesn't, but he will have more as the game goes by.
For sure.
And he's long distance mining the stone, so the second TC should be coming up any second now. Where is it though? Why has he not placed it yet? There it is, right there on the stone.
I don't like that at
all.
And
I'm not a fan.
You want your TC on wood, like 100% on the wood, maybe on a gold if you can't get to a wood, because you want to chop wood, make farms.
Look, just think of it like Settlers of Catan, right? Town placement is important. You've got to make sure to get the wood and the clay. And maybe there isn't any gold in Catan. That's a shame. But there is stone in Catan. But you definitely got to get the TC on the wheat.
Yeah, for sure. 100%.
I mean, he's obviously going for a city build, right?
Yeah.
Wheat and stone. Yeah.
You're just going to confuse all the viewers now, Zach. Everyone's just going to
I hope everyone's played Catan. Otherwise, that's just going to be like whoosh. But
straight over everyone's head there.
Yeah. Who hasn't played Catan, really, though? I think most people have probably played Catan. I don't know.
They might not remember it.
Perhaps.
There is a hotkey to jump to king.
It's Control-Shift-Up.
I think it was K, actually.
What? It's Capture Age. Yeah, there you go. Control-Shift-K jumps to the king. Control-Shift-Up is user patch. But, Daut, though, coming out to the middle here, he does pick up a kill. And he's sort of roaming around. He's going to get trapped, though. And he's garrisoned the tower. That's so good. That is so good. He's going to get so much damage on for free.
And there's some more conks
and
down
2 conks to head them off. Doughty.
Look at the micro, though.
Very, very good micro. And he keeps them all alive. Are you kidding me?
One conk in that engagement. That's so good.
All he's got to do now is send them back to a monk and heal them up.
Or just get back in his
castle. Or do that.
Yeah.
That's just awesome. The fact that he even gets out with a kill while being outnumbered and taking damage from the tower, that's just good.
Wow, that was good.
That's the kind of Daut that we want to see.
Daut microing? It's a surprise, but a nice one to be sure.
See what he can do here, though. He's surely going to lose one right here in this engagement. And he's not microing.
No, he's not microing this one. No, he used up all of his micro points. Now he has to go home and recharge.
Recharge the micro points, yeah. And there you go. Daut going to lose out a little bit there. But all in all, it's fairly close in that respect. What is not close is Eco. Already we're seeing Daut with, he got that second TC up that much earlier. And he's now ahead by 6 vills.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Keep in mind that he doesn't have wheelbarrow. Xiaofan did do an earlier wheelbarrow here.
It's 3 vills then, which is much more manageable.
Yeah, definitely more manageable. He's got 13 farms already, so his wheelbarrow timing is solid. Daut's already up to 17 farms without wheelbarrow here.
And at the moment, he's never going to be able to afford, well, not never, he's not going to be able to afford it for a long time.
No, not unless he idles the TC, which he's never going to do.
Or idles the castle.
So I'd say Xiaofan's economy development is probably a little better at this point. He might be behind in vills, but I do think his economy development is more natural, more like ideal, let's say.
Yeah, I would agree with that for sure.
But it's not the end of the world.
And just like those good conk trades that he was getting there, where he lost the first raid, but then the second one when Daut wasn't microing, he's now... They're even on conk numbers, but I feel like Xiaofan's ahead because he hasn't had to spend as many resources making conks.
Right, that's true. Yeah, 6-4 for Xiaofan at the moment. And doing very good in this game right now. I thought that was going to be the third TC, but it is in fact a second lumber camp. There is no third TC for either player just yet. It looks like Daut could go for the third TC now.
He just needs
He's
the stone.
getting the stone, and he's got the wood, so should be adding that soon. But Xiaofan's got something else in mind. He's not going for the third TC.
He's about to kill that monk. Rip.
Oh, wow. Oh, I say he's not going for third TC. He might go for the third TC, but I think he's going for a second castle.
Yeah, I think a forward castle might be the thing, and maybe, just 2 TC up to him pretty fast, get some trebs out.
Yeah.
He's got 430 stone already, which, if you're trying to boom, is not good at all. Right? Just wasted gather time.
Right, for sure.
And wood and whatnot.
So that's why I'm thinking it's going to be that extra castle.
Yeah,
but
for sure, I 100% agree with that.
Daut's chasing him down right now, and he's going to back towards the safety of his castle, hopping in. I don't know why we haven't seen herbal medicine yet, but I don't know. These guys obviously just on another level. On a level where obviously herbal medicine doesn't matter. They just don't care.
By the way, Xiaofan has +2 archer armor.
Next TC. Oh, he does.
So his conks are actually quite a bit better than Daut's at the moment.
That's a considerable upgrade. And actually, he is going for the 3rd TC. I really thought he was going for the castle, because why would he gather so much stone otherwise?
Okay, right.
But
Doesn't make much sense.
Yeah, it doesn't. But he'll probably get the castle fairly soon. 3rd TC is going up, and the 3rd TC for Daut is further up as well here. But now look at the villager count.
There's only one ahead after they both got wheelbarrow.
Yep. And Xiaofan's going to keep doing good trading here.
10 to 6.
Gonna lose a Vil perhaps, but
No.
no.
Look at them jukes.
Not today. Those conks are very inaccurate at range. So I can't remember what their accuracy is. I think it's like 30%.
I think they're about 50.
Or is it 50?
I think they're around about
Okay.
40 or 50.
Yeah, at range they are pretty inaccurate though, and you know, if you're going parallel or perpendicular to them as well, they're very unlikely to hit.
You're actually more likely to hit because the inaccuracy. They might fire into the path you're going in.
Yeah, I mean, you could look at it that way. Oh no, Daut.
Could get trapped, but he's
Daut.
getting bloodlines though, and he's on the hill.
It's going to be Bloodlines versus +2 defense. Let's have a look here. Numbers, Xiaofan way in the lead, but as soon as Bloodlines comes in, you see that jump up there.
Xiaofan's still ahead, but he's at the bottom of the hill.
Daut's got the hill advantage, exactly.
And it's still about the micro, right? If you're able to juke their shots.
Getting in nice and close.
Just running in
Xiaofan
there.
thinks he's won this.
Let's see what happens.
I think he might be wrong. Oh, no, he's coming out on top. It's super close, but Xiaofan will come out on top, I think. He's got the numbers on his side, so 3v2, he's got the extra DPS. And Daut's going to run away with some micro, does pick up an extra Conquistador. He could still turn this around if he likes.
I think that actually went better for Daut than it did for Xiaofan.
It did. If you look at the KD, he's closed the gap.
Yeah, they're almost equal now, or before he was like 4 kills down.
Yeah.
And he might get one more here.
We're getting a lot of pew and pows in the chat from the muskets.
Well, that's what they are. They're mounted musketeers.
And in they go. They're going in. I don't think they want to go in. They don't want to go in. The castle's right there. But that's good for Daut.
Never mind. He wants to
he's going to go in. Okay. Daut's going to take some arrow fire. And might lose 2 Conquistadors here. But will end up picking up a villager and forcing a lot of Vils to go idle. So it's pretty good still for Daut.
So many Vils here.
That's 2 or 3 dead, at least.
3 Vils.
4
Vils. This wood line here causing all that idle time as well.
Counting with Robo.
By the way, 4 TCs for Xiaofan. I can count to 4.
Yeah, and no second castle. He's so close to getting the stone for that second castle. But he's not done it just yet. And at some point you've got to wonder, like, is it better to really get that second castle early, or is it better to perhaps get the Bloodlines tech and just, you know, improve what you have a little bit sooner? Because right now he's going to go in for another engagement here, but Daut has got 1 more Conquistador in the mix. The problem is 2 of them are almost dead, so this could be very winnable for Xiaofan. Yeah, there you go. So Xiaofan should end up cleaning that up. There's still a little bit of micro at play. There's still the hill bonus to keep in mind as well. But it does seem to be going well for Xiaofan, getting into range of the TC.
Getting at least 3 shots as well.
That's lovely.
And is that a 5th TC at the top there?
I want to say it is, but I think it might be... no, it is the 5th TC. Good gates. Good job, Bill.
Bill? Oh, the villager. Right. I thought Xiaofan's name was Bill. I'm like,
that was...
whoa.
Oh, R.I.P. Bill Gates. He died building a gate. Doing what he loved. I'm sorry. We love Bill. Yeah, so as the chat's pointing out, the Vil lead for Daut is incredible. Considering that Xiaofan here has now gone up to
5 TCs.
5 TCs, he's still behind by 23 Vils. And he will indeed clean these up in the end, but not without a negative KD.
Oh, no. Yeah, Daut's killed 5, 6, 7, 8 Vils there. Just brought himself ahead. Xiaofan does have hand cart while Daut doesn't. But I think this earlier Imperial Age could be the killer here. Because Xiaofan, what's he going to... He's not going to get in for a long time. He's got barely 200 food. 127 food to be exact.
And with all these TCs to upkeep,
right.
he's got 8 Vils in queue.
Right, that's
400 food right there.
He's halfway to imp if you can accuse them all.
Yeah. I'm kind of impressed that Daut got so much with those conks. I'm actually, you know, it's kind of one of those high risk, high reward plays. It's always a risk when you go into your enemy's base like that.
Oh yeah. 100%.
You might get trapped. you might lose your whole army in the corner when they corner you and pin you down. And, you know, he made it work. Like, he got a lot of villager kills with that. And Xiaofan's even got the score lead, so he's probably thinking, yeah, things aren't too bad. But he's actually behind by 20 vills. He's not clicked up to imp yet. And Daut going to be in a fantastic position soon. Xiaofan's also got enough to build nearly 2 castles in the bank here.
I still, like, this just triggers me. Why does he have so much stone in the bank that he's not spending? Why is he gathering it in the first place if he's not building castles?
Imagine if that was 1,000 food.
Not even.
And 300 gold.
700 food, 300 gold. He'd be up.
He'd be up.
Right. It's ridiculous.
So that makes a big difference. That upgrade time being affected by simply macro management, the economy distribution that you have.
Like, I think the problem was simply building the first TC on the stone. You have to build the gather point onto the stone, because what else are they going to do? And then if you don't constantly make farms with them to get them off stone, you just stockpile 1,400 stone that you can't spend.
I actually want to point out as well that that's something like eco management and building up your eco in such a way like to balance your resources.
Exactly what you want at the right time.
Yeah, is one of the hardest things to do in this game.
Right, and it's one of the things that Daut does the best.
Yeah,
macro is like his peak skill.
That's his best attribute, I guess. And that's exactly what a lot of the newer players in Age of Empires 2 struggle with the most. It is probably one of the hardest things to get right. And Daut's just one of those players that can get it right. And that's why, even though he might not have the best micro, he might not be the fastest player, that's why so many times he comes out ahead in Age of Empires 2. And that is something that is hugely experience dependent, and just having the feeling. It's like when you ask Viper, when's the right time to get wheelbarrow, Viper? It's like,
it depends.
It depends. Like when I feel it's right.
Yeah.
And he knows when it's right because he's played thousands of games and he's one of the best in the world, right? That's what makes him one of the best
if you
in the
ask
world.
me, I would say, minute 15. Why? Well, 'cause that's what everybody else does.
Yeah, right. So, Treb deploying for Daut right now.
And a forward castle number 3 for him there, locking down the front of Xiaofan's base. And he's also collecting all the relics. I think he's got 4 relics at home now.
I can check actually on here instead of looking. I think, he's got 2 relics.
2 relics, and there's one at the top of the map that's coming into his base right now.
Should be able to grab. And if you look at the resources per minute as well, he's got a lot of wood income, Daut has.
Oh boy.
A huge amount of wood income right now. They're about even on food and gold, and he's got a little bit of extra stone too. So Daut's eco looking very good. First engagement here, well, first sort of Imperial Age engagement, I should say. Daut should have the edge.
He's got less upgrades though.
Yeah, I was just looking at the upgrades, but he has got good numbers, and he's got the monks behind this. So that should sort of help him out. He's also coming forward with another castle.
That's a bit of a ballsy castle.
That is a very ballsy castle, but it is in range of the castle behind him. So it's not too bad. I'm going to select all military. Oh no, that's all units. I can't remember the all military hotkey, but there you go. It's 14 versus 12. And Daut has the extra healing. So looking.
And he also has the better monks for getting conversions as well, because he's got those Imperial Age upgrades on his monks.
Yes, that's true. So Xiaofan going back a little bit here. Daut's going to get that castle up, very aggressive castle. And this is where the map is so important. This is where having all this gold in the back is absolutely vital to Xiaofan. If he'd have had a map like we saw earlier from Dugao, for example, all that gold would have been denied. Shift A. No, it's not Shift A. We've got a cheat sheet here. It's like a 3-page document with all the hotkeys on it. We'll figure it out. But this is a great position for Daut. He's going to take down this castle here. And with that, we're going to see only 1 castle for Xiaofan and 4 for Daut.
Oh, that's so many conks. It's left control and A, by the way, to select all military units.
What, sorry?
Left control and A.
There we go. All military units on the screen.
That you can see.
All of them. There we go. Total military count for both players. And you can see that Daut obviously has quite a lot more Conquistador and has those extra monks to help out as well. Xiaofan now going for Siege Ram, probably thinking that if he can just ram rush him, there might not be a lot he can do.
Also getting Bodkin Arrow, maybe he's thinking of switching into skirms as well, or is that just to upgrade his castles and towers?
Switching to skirms is very sensible, but I don't see any ranges.
You got 2 barracks for some reason.
So maybe he's, I don't know.
Just upgrading the castles, but that's useless. Like the Trebs are killing the castles, not the conks.
Yeah, right. Well, Daut's just happily sitting at his trebs with these guys, waiting. The capped rams, meanwhile, being built up in these siege workshops. They're now siege.
Elite Con coming out. Daut has the stone for 5th castle.
Here they go, here they go. Will Daut pack up the trebs, or will he believe in himself?
Well, there's a lot of monks here.
5 monks converting. Oh, did you see that? 5 monks converted, 1 conquistador.
You know,
a little bit of a miss micro. But it's okay. He'll get a couple of conversions as well, and he's just sitting on top of the trebs so that the rams can't easily get to them. But these two will go down. And
he protects one of the trebs at least.
He might not protect this one. There
all
are
the
a
trebs
lot
are
of
gonna
rams
die.
coming.
But he still has a lot of conks here, right?
Yeah,
50 military to 20 in total, almost purely conks here.
Oh, he can get it. He can get this. He just has to attack this. It one tippy tap from the siege ram, and it is down. There we go. And that's just going to stall Daut a little bit. That's really good for Xiaofan. But meanwhile, Daut is collecting the extra gold. Xiaofan coming up here to grab the stone. So they're both sort of on opposite sides of the map, I guess. And Daut going for more castles to secure more map control. Xiaofan essentially backed into a corner. And he's outnumbered and outgunned at the moment.
Literally outgunned by
Elite
all the
Conquistador against Conquistador. Yeah.
Right. And Daut also taking into cavalry armor upgrades. So probably going to see some light cav or hussar raids fairly soon.
Yeah, he's seen this.
Oh, as well.
So that's going down.
Oh boy. Yeah, he tried to make a mining camp there. It's like, well, why can't I build that? The enemy must be there.
It's pretty obvious. And there's the stable. He can easily get some raids going on this right side. And they may even overchop this as well. Or they might just open the gate and let him in.
For him.
Looks like Daut's really got this game under control. And Xiaofan's like trying to build this like desperation TC. But the 4 conks are going to make quick work of those vills.
Daut's starting to clean up on the front as well, it seems.
Oh boy, I would be calling GG right now.
I think so.
I mean,
a lot of rams coming around the backside. They're going to probably get that castle.
Okay, he gets 1 castle, but he loses his entire army at the same time.
That was a fair trade.
No, Daut's actually going to come back though to defend the castle. And those conks, man, like they're actually able to take out rams in about 2 volleys by the looks of things. And that is the GG right there. Xiaofan backed into a corner, unable to escape, and massively outplayed right there in the end. Take a look at that. Look at the difference. 4,400 HP. I guess I'll only select the conks. But 3,500 health versus 1,000 health. Like sort of 2 to 1 in numbers. Extra armor. Extra HP, even extra damage. And Daut there just in a position to close that game out. And Xiaofan knows it.
Right. He's got no map control whatsoever. He's behind on military. He's behind on villages. Behind on relics as well. It's just not going to get any better for him.
Yeah, see those AoE GGs in the chat. And we'll be coming out of this game and getting straight into game number 2 in just a moment here. We're just going to quickly close out of Age of Empires and then load up the second game. And you guys are going to want to stick around right till the end because we will have some information, an announcement per se, at the end of the stream. We do have Rubenstock versus Say My Name coming up after this series. So there is one more match today after Xiaofan and Daut. Of course, it is now match point, but Xiaofan can absolutely bring it back. It will be his home map in game number 2, and that's going to be Lombardia.
First time we're seeing this map being played.
Yeah, the very first time we're seeing Lombardia, actually. And so let's jump right into it. Game number 2 in this best of 3 series. And this time, Lombardia, the first time we're seeing the map. We'll talk about the map. But first of all, let's introduce the players. Daut, spawning to the north in the blue, taking the Franks. And then down to the south in the red, Xiaofan playing as the Franks as well. So it will be a Frank mirror. We've seen a Spanish mirror. Time for a Frank mirror. And we now get to see Lombardia for the first time today. Tell us about Lombardia, Robo.
Lombardia is essentially an Arabia map that has cows instead. In 1v1, it's literally Arabia. There's almost no differences. There's maybe slightly less hills and the wood lines are slightly smaller. The big difference comes in team games, which we'll see when we get to the 3v3 stage of Europe West in a couple of weeks' time. But for now, essentially, pretend this is Arabia and you've got cows instead of sheep. And you'll have the right idea of how this map is played, which explains why we have Franks.
Yep.
One of the best 1v1 civs in the game at the moment. And they're in the civ pool, so you're free to take them.
Exactly. You have to take one of the civ pool civs in game 1 and 2, and Franks definitely seem to be one of the better civs for this map. The fact that you've got the cows makes a big difference, right? Like, it's an extra. I mean, how much is it? A cow, for those that don't know, has 150 food, whereas a sheep only has 100 food. So you've got 8 cows. You've got 50 food extra on each one. That's 400 additional food.
Quick maths with 0 empires.
And that can result in, what, 5 extra scouts? Is it 5?
5 extra scouts?
Yeah, it's exactly 5 scouts, right? So that's 5 additional scouts worth of food on the map, and you don't even have to see the farm.
Exactly.
Buy now. Get in there now. Invest today. Lombardia, invest. This is the next, the next Arabia.
Big thing.
The next big thing. If you are a Frank player,
or if you're a Britain player,
yeah,
cows count as sheep.
Exactly. Invest now and go big or go home, because this map is pretty good for this civ. So we'll take a look at the maps now in a bit more detail. Do a quick zoom out. And the first thing I'm seeing about Daut's map is his wood lines. That's what's standing out to me. The fact that he's got to build his lumber line here, and it's kind of awkward, right? Like, he doesn't have one at the back.
He doesn't have a nice shaped wood line either. They're all sort of pointing away from him, so he doesn't have a nice flat surface that's like, parallel with his TC.
Right.
Or he has to go really far away to get to one.
Like, if this was rotated 90 degrees and it was like this,
it would be amazing.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I wouldn't say amazing, but it's okay.
Better than
could still get towered.
better than this, right?
Yeah, for sure. Right now, though, like, if he wants to consider walling this map, he's probably thinking about this right side.
I think he's probably not even bothered with that one. Just
but I
from
don't
that
think
wood
he
line
would.
to the other wood line. But yeah,
exactly.
Oh,
here? Yeah,
that's
maybe.
the best shout, I think, for him. But all his gold and stone are, to the front or to the right-hand side of his base.
Yeah.
So he might have troubles, because we know that...
This is okay. I mean, if you can close this off toward the TC, like a wall like this, he could actually take wood here and take this like by walling like this. But this might be exposed, and I don't know, maybe he walls it like this in toward, maybe like that, perhaps.
Could do something like that.
But then the left side is going to be exposed. That's going to be open. And I don't really like his map.
No, not at all.
Things considered.
This is a horrible map.
Now let's take a look. Oops, sorry about that. The scrolling can get a bit funny sometimes. Let's look at Xiaofan. Xiaofan's map here. Wood and gold at the back. It's not too bad. Of course, it's going to be exposed. It's an Arabia-like map. It's never going to be closed or perfect. But it's a little bit easier, I think. The only issue I see is sort of the stone being forward.
For sure.
If Daut does come forward with towers, then he could deny the stone very easily and the berries and then creep toward the farms.
But the thing is, like, I don't really think that's very likely from Daut.
No, it's incredibly unlikely.
That's not Daut's playstyle.
No.
I think it's more likely that he's, just going to do the standard scouts thing and try to just slowly wall up his base. Whereas Xiaofan could be the one who does those crazy aggressive plays.
We're going to see a feudal time at the same time? Oh, a second out.
1 second.
They both finished loom at the same time. And then the feudal age, I was like, it's gonna be the same, but no.
Daut's just a little bit too old. He's a little slower on his reaction speed.
Poor Daut, man. Poor Daut. But yeah, I just realized if I click on the bar, I can switch to their point of view as well.
Switches to the TC.
Yeah, which is nice. And also, you can click on their names and to switch their perspective.
Yeah, which is pretty.
Which I've just noticed, which is very cool. So if you want to look at Fog of War, for example. Like Daut's scouting right now, which is kind of important because he's going to see the wood line.
And the gold.
He's going to see the main gold. And he already knows where the berries and the stones are. But if I want to see Xiaofan's perspective, I just click here and away we go.
And then you can also press Alt-D and you can see both of them at the same time.
Both perspectives at once. We can see what Daut sees. And we can see what Xiaofan sees, and now Daut, and now Xiaofan, and now Daut, and Xiaofan.
Yeah. So yeah, as we can see, Daut has scouted, roughly half the map. Xiaofan's only got like a quarter, which is why there's a huge score difference here for Daut.
Yeah.
Xiaofan, pushing in these deer.
He's pushing the deer.
Playing really greedy, it seems. Not even bothering to check. Maybe Daut's doing a man-at-arms rush or something. Nah, he just doesn't care. He just trusts that good old Daut will stick with the standard scout rush.
And there we go. They're both attacking. Who's in the lead? Oh, it's Xiaofan. So Daut's going to back away. And of course, the villager was there anyway to force him back. But Daut just being a nuisance. I think he's maybe trying to delay not the barracks, the stable a little bit.
Maybe build a stable because he doesn't have the wood for it.
Yeah, he doesn't actually have the last 15 wood. He's still 15 short. Meanwhile, Daut's got the stable coming up. This is already looking terrible for Xiaofan.
Yeah, and there's a spearman already out here.
Oh, pokey poke. Oh, he got it.
He saves his own scout.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. But yeah, that's so huge. Just like, where's his... Look, he's not even built the stable yet.
Daut's going to have finished one whole scout before that stable's finished.
Can we... Yeah, look, we can do this. We can see the scout production, or we can see the stable production. There it is. Daut's already made a scout. He's going to be at 30% on his second scout, and the stable from Xiaofan only just going up. Now, obviously, with a lot of spearmen in the mix, it might not be so relevant, but it does
more
definitely
military
favor
units
Daut.
is better, you know?
Oh,
Look,
yeah.
6-2 military, if he tries to, you know, go in somewhere, he's got so much better chances of actually dealing useful damage.
See the villagers being brought into fight here as well, and Daut now going to try and use that opportunity to lure them away and find himself a way to get a kill perhaps in this wood line here. But has got to be careful. Obviously, more reinforcing spearmen can be a problem. And Daut, for now, is looking pretty damn good.
Yeah, he's got a pretty strong position. He's getting those walls up across the front of his base on that side, which is nice.
Yeah, he is walling out here.
He doesn't have to worry about an attack on this side. Obviously, he can still get attacked from the left, but he knows that it's only that side.
Well, speaking of attack from the left, he is actually going to scout around this left side, Xiaofan now.
But Xiaofan doesn't even know where his base is.
No, I mean, he's probably going to assume he's here.
Oh, well, no,
because, you know, he sees that. But yeah, he's going in now. Meanwhile, Daut on the front fighting here, but will be lower on health, so we'll have to go back. And his own scouts are coming in at the back too.
Trying to find something to get.
And looking for a weak villager on the farms, no doubt. There's one here. He could go for this one. Oh, I think he might. I think he...
It's so very rarely worth it, I think.
No. Not going for it. I mean, while Xiaofan getting some scouting info, doesn't know where any of his key resources are. He's just going to find his wood line now, and he might be tempted to go in. And here we go. More scouts in on the left side as well. Daut's going to lose a villager on the left side. He's busy dealing with the right. He's going to lose a villager here as well. And on the left side, another one goes down. So Xiaofan,
2 vills now.
Strong play, keeps all scouts alive, and kills 2 vills. That's a really big play.
You never want to try to vill fight Frankish scouts. Like that 9 extra HP, it doesn't sound like a lot. But on like 2 or 3 scouts, it adds up. There's so many more hits you need to deal, and it's so many more hits they deal back to you.
Yeah.
That you never really get there. Okay, he does finish that wall.
Whew, he's gonna save the vill. But yeah, Xiaofan, honestly, in this situation, started off quite bad. Obviously, not being able to build the stable, but ends up in a really strong spot, getting those 2 vills.
He's gonna win the spear war as well.
Yeah, with the reinforcing spearmen, should have no problem here. And there you go. Daut then going to back away, but Xiaofan now really coming out on top. 12 military versus 12. 1 additional villager, not to mention the numerous idols which Daut's now had.
Yeah, like we were just a moment ago saying, you know, we think Daut's in a really good spot, and now we're saying, no, we don't. We think Xiaofan's in a really good spot now. No, do you think either player, are they going to commit to like a really heavy feudal age? You know, early blacksmith, get +1 armor, maybe keep adding scouts, a second stable or a range might be an option?
Maybe. It's kind of hard for Xiaofan necessarily. I don't know. It depends how Daut wars. I mean, Xiaofan's really open, so he probably wants to be a bit more cautious and maybe commit to a longer feudal age. But Daut's got that big wall on the right side. But Xiaofan going to get another good trade here. Daut outnumbered 5-2 right now. And even though a couple of those scouts are low, unless he targets the low ones specifically, they're going to be doing damage.
Constantly. And here we are. We've got +1 armor coming out.
Beautiful. So
he probably sees that he's ahead on scout numbers.
Yeah.
He feels like, you know, if I get some upgrades, I can really
push
him
that
here.
advantage.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Wheelbarrow also coming in for Xiaofan as well. He's currently probably got more than enough farms to justify it. And there you go. Coming in. They will have to back away because the spearmen here are always an issue. But yeah, the +1 defense could be big. And obviously he sees Daut now just adding a blacksmith. So he knows that Daut's not going to have an upgrade for a little while. Meanwhile, yeah, he's already got 17 farms. So Wheelbarrow coming in at a great time. Daut, meanwhile, he's got 16 farms. No Wheelbarrow yet. Could do it now, though, as the fight here on the hill goes the way of Daut by the looks of things. The +1 armor, not enough to make up for the fact that Daut has a spearman in there. And a little bit of extra health on those scout cavalry as well.
So wow, we're just swinging back and forth, back and forth. But I feel like the earlier wheelbarrow for Xiaofan is possibly going to help him get up to castle age a little bit faster.
Let's take a look at the food per minute while wheelbarrow is not completed for Daut and just see what that looks like. Look at the difference.
Right.
It's
Well,
fluctuating.
It's about an extra 40
it's
or so
kind of
food
staying
in it.
ahead. Daut with 16 farms, Xiaofan with 17, but he's about 50 food, between 50 and 20 food ahead. Of course, it's going to fluctuate a little bit.
Right, because you have to wait for the villagers to drop off, essentially.
But yeah,
It's roughly 40 food extra per minute, which I think is
pretty good going.
It's consistent. Like, it's a lot. It's going to help you get up faster.
That's an extra scout every 2 minutes.
Essentially, yeah.
Xiaofan going to catch the scouts, though. Daut not paying attention, loses 2. And look at that KD for Xiaofan now, 16-9, looking pretty good, pretty damn good. And I'm interested, why did he not get forging, for example? Because that would have affected his spearmen as well as the scouts.
By the way, look at the castle times. Daut, again, 1 second slower.
Whoa.
Old man Daut, a little bit slower on the reaction times.
That's unreal. That's actually unreal. That's pretty cool, actually.
But Daut does have 1 less villager.
Yeah. Xiaofan definitely coming out ahead, going up to the castle age, but it is marginal. It is going to be measured in micro resources.
Micro resources.
But yeah, both players now going for forging as well, so they are going to get that tech now. And like I say, castle age coming in. So look, even forging is 4 seconds apart. Like, that's just insane. I'm having a bit of a nerdgasm.
They always know what to do at the exact correct time, right?
Well, I mean, it's pretty logical that you get your text while you're advancing, so that you can get your text like tier 2 text.
They both clicked it, such a similar time after clicking up, right?
I bet it's all just coincidence, and we're making it into something bigger than it is. But
no. They're in TeamSpeak together, and they're saying, okay, we're going to click Castle Age now. We're going to click Forging now. Oh, shit, I missed it. Hold on.
3, 2, 1, Forging.
Yep.
3, 2, 1, Castle Age. No, they are doing scale barding at a different time, but that's fine. Daut with huge walls, though. Look at this. All the walls. It's still open on the left, but I guess he'll go and finish that a little bit later. And then he'll be closed. It's a big wall. I think it's very easily breached as well, because by the time he gets a villager to repair this, he's already through.
Knights will break in really quick. But Daut, by the way, he's got 700 wood in the bank. He's planning to drop TCs instantly, I would guess.
Right. And this is where things are going to start to deviate. This is where the difference in game plan is going to start to show. Xiaofan, 2 stables, siege workshop.
Daut making a
2 stables, monastery,
1
and
TC,
TC for both. So it's a siege workshop for Xiaofan. It's a monastery for Daut. The monastery is a little bit more typical, like meta for Franks, I feel.
I think more defensive as well.
Yeah.
Right. Siege, you sort of have to push with it to make it worthwhile, because a mangonel doesn't defend from knights. But monks do, right? You convert them while they're attacking your walls.
Yeah. It's quite easy. And Xiaofan going with a ram here. I'm not a fan of this, to be honest. I prefer the monastery. Especially since he's got map control. Like, you see your opponent walling in like this. Do you know how many relics you could get? 4. There's 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. And Xiaofan could have them all if he goes for a monastery here. But no.
I don't like this, though, sending the ram in by itself.
Undefended.
But the pikeman upgrade,
interesting.
Xiaofan's planning to go pretty heavy on castle aggression, it seems.
Yeah, it might just be that he stays on the 2 TCs for a while.
And he's got a monastery at home, by the way.
Oh, he has? Oh, he has. Lovely stuff. Even healing up his pikes. And just in time. Daut coming
3
in.
3 HP scouts could be a problem.
I wonder if Daut scouted the... yeah, he saw the monastery, actually. Oh, by the way, did you see that Reddit post of the really high definition monastery?
No, I did not.
There was a Reddit post a while back, and this might have bbeen last week. Someone sort of rendered a monastery in really high detail using AI to, like... I can't remember what it was called. If someone can link it in the chat, that would be awesome.
If someone knows what Zach's talking about. Like, I know the post you're
and
talking
we can show
about,
it on
but
the
I
stream.
don't remember actually seeing it.
It's no problem, man. Someone's going to find it, and then they'll post it, and then we'll show it on the stream for everyone to see.
Reddit.com.
Oh, thanks, Uber Roy.
That's exactly what we're looking for.
Xiaofan, though, actually is going to get raided back here. He does have a monk nearby with full faith, so he will go for a conversion. He's locked on.
Getting cleaned up.
And boom. Doesn't get the convert. Doesn't get it.
Oh, and he's able to just run away if he wants to.
Man, that was pretty good for Daut, trading off those vills. Still, Xiaofan has the villager advantage, though, and he's now pushing in. Daut's going for the conversion here. Will he get it? Yes, he will. But there's a lot of pikes.
Yeah.
And honestly, I thought the 2 stables were going to mean we'll see like a lot of knights from Xiaofan, but the 2 barracks... is it 2 barracks or just a single barracks? Wow.
1 barracks as far as I can see.
He's throwing out pikemen so quickly. I thought he had 2 barracks. But it's very aggressive from him, and I think this is very nice. There we go. It looks like we've found the image we were looking for. We can share that on the stream later. But there it is. We're showing it now, apparently. Not the right time. Right over the fight. Xiaofan trying to push in with the pikes. But we'll end up getting cleaned up, I think. Daut actually does have enough here.
He's got a lot of military here. He's even being able to clean up the ram pretty quickly as well.
He did react quite quickly to that.
Otherwise, though, okay, so Daut's got a defensive siege workshop too. Maybe he's going to pop out a mangonel pretty soon. Yep, I see it in queue now, just in case more rams try coming forwards.
Defense for Daut all day long.
Yeah,
Defense.
Daut should be pretty happy with this, you know.
Yeah.
He's got the 3 TCs going.
He should be pretty
just now
pleased.
adding in 3rd TC.
That would be the place I would think you would have made it earlier on, to be honest. Just putting it out here, because this is the most sort of raidable place, as we saw. But yeah, Daut coming ahead now with 18 military versus 12. Doing a pretty damn good job. Going for a convert on the pikeman. Will he get it? Should get it, I think.
The pikeman was so close to killing him.
He's not even converted it. He switched it to a knight.
Switched it to a knight and he got the knight.
Good stuff, Daut. That's what I want to see. Right there. These knights don't even have +2 defense. I say don't even have +2 defense, but they don't need it, really. They're just so much stronger than pikes that although the pikes will trade more cost effectively, Daut's just got enough numbers on his side. Like, you need to outnumber the
opponent.
the knights, really, in order to get the most value out of those pikes.
One for one, a knight is better than a pikeman.
Yeah, exactly.
And then when you get like a group of them, 4 to 4, knights are even better because they're so much faster. You know, if you kill your target, they retarget to other pikemen so much faster to keep the attacking momentum going.
Yep, exactly. So we're going to see Daut now taking back that map control, and meanwhile Xiaofan did collect up 2 of the relics. He's still got 2 to go, and I wonder if he'll manage to get them, because Daut is on the right side of his base, so he's got the left to himself. Can quite safely grab the relics for now.
Yep, just repairing the walls, getting some converts off of this monk pretty soon, hopefully. But the mangonels in from the back, that palisade wall could go down pretty quickly.
If he gets a conversion, he might be able to snipe the mangonel. That would be pretty cool, but not like this. No!
One shot.
Monk down, monk down.
Heal me.
Get into cover. Yeah, on the front, Daut trying to take down the siege workshop, and he's so close as well, but definitely doesn't want to take that kind of fight, as that results in loss of dead knights.
4 knights versus 10 pikemen, not good.
Nope.
4 pikemen versus 10 knights, good fight for the knights.
Yeah, absolutely. I guess that's a really good way to summarize it, actually.
Yeah. Whoever has the more numbers tends to win.
Yeah.
As with most things. That's just sort of how it works. Oh, we're going to get another mangonel shot from the monks? Oh, but here come those pikemen.
And that should be a nice attack round, but
can we check the health of both? Yep.
We'll see now.
Yeah, I think this should be a win for Daut, especially if he can get another shot off the mangonel, but the monks might change this.
Monks trying to convert, but just not having any joy. And it looks like Daut there, backing up toward the hill.
Another attack round. Come on, Daut, use your micro.
He's trying.
He missed.
It's close, but oh, the one stray pike.
Comes out of nowhere.
Perhaps enough to clean up the
stabbing away.
Absolutely. So there you go. Daut's eco starting to run away now. 20 villager advantage during this, because Xiaofan has been saving for a castle. We'll see here though if Daut can clean up these pikes, or if he's just going to run back. It looks like he's running all the way home for now. But yeah, the castle on the front here, going up at the same time as Daut goes for a 4th TC. So classic Daut style, just if in doubt, boom it out. That's his saying.
Just keep dropping TCs until you can't drop any more.
Yeah, until you've got 7. That's the ideal number.
Is that the magic number, really?
Yeah, 7 is the magic number.
Okay.
But this is going well for Daut at the moment, but this castle could start to change things. It's a really good staging point for Xiaofan. He could start to add some throwing axemen, which are a great counter to the pikes. And he can obviously still use his own knights to pick off as many of those mangonels as he can. It's also in range of the TC, so it's going to disrupt Daut's economy.
It also denies that gold to the left and even to the right.
Oh, it does. It does.
Secures quite a lot of space for Xiaofan.
Oh, repair, repair, repair. Oh, so close. If you'd have got those villagers to repair, I think you would have saved the mangonel there. But the castle is going up, and there's no two ways about it. And with that, he'll kill a villager and start killing other stuff too, including that town center.
Yep, forcing Daut to evacuate all of his lumberjacks, moving back to another wood line. And I'm guessing that right-hand lumber line is going to start to get pretty crowded. No, never mind.
That's an overchop.
It is an overchop, though.
It's definitely a way in for Xiaofan there. I guess he's moving, he's moving back here for the wood on the left. Trying to move back toward the edge of the map, I guess, but at the same time sacrificing so much map control and so much gold as well. He's going to come out to the right side.
Extra gold. He needs to secure this side on the right at minimum. He's almost got the stone for a castle.
A castle
as well.
Here, maybe, or here. Probably, maybe here, because just the positioning of this castle makes me think, yeah, that's the place, right? Securing that's important because Daut actually only has this gold and in his base, and this one, like we say, is kind of inaccessible right now.
Thanks to the position of that castle.
This castle is so good. Oh,
again!
My God!
Daut again. Old man Daut. 1 second late on the click up. I'm telling you.
That is the... I have never, ever seen that.
Every single one Daut is 1 second
it's
slower.
It's not even that. I don't think I've ever seen 2-3 players click up to the next stage at the same time every time. They clicked up to Feudal Age at the same time with 1 second difference. They clicked up to Castle at the same time with 1 second difference, and now to Imperial as well. And every time, Daut was 1 second slower. That is insane.
And remember, Daut also has, roughly 10 to 15 extra villages. So it's not like Feudal to Castle where it's like fairly consistent timing. 15 extra villages. He could have clicked Imp, any time in the past 2 minutes.
We may never see that again. That might be the only time this has ever happened in competitive Age of Empires. It's seriously crazy to me that could happen. Like, that's so cool.
That's cool.
That is cool. Anyway, enough nerdgasming.
Nerdgasm's about nothing. Really.
Yeah. We are gonna see. We can zoom out and be like just nerdgasm while everyone can see what's going on the screen. We won't miss anything. Hey, look, if we do this, we'll never miss anything ever again.
You can see those knights raiding on the right-hand side, right? Just sneaking around the wood line.
Yeah, look, they're right there.
Yeah, you can see them, right? Yeah, both are in Feudal and Castle for exactly the same amount of time.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant. So Daut going to get Castle here on the left, Castle on the right too. And with 2 castles versus 1, he might be able to outproduce with Trebs, but they're a bit separated.
Well, remember, he's 1 second slower to Castle to Imperial Age, so Xiaofan might have the trebuchet advantage.
Yeah, that's true. It could make all the difference.
He could also get that 5th relic.
Every second Oh, he can. Oh my goodness, he's not got this one though.
Oh, sorry. So he can get the 4th relic.
But that would be cool. And he's actually doing some raiding at the back still. There's also raiding here from Daut, but I don't think he's finding much. He's finding more knights. But yeah, a castle here from Xiaofan. He's effectively splitting those castles in 2. And I think
could deny that, right? Just move forward with your mangonel and shoot the vills.
Yeah, I think that castle might be bad news for Xiaofan, to be honest, because this castle here is going to have the hill advantage. So Trebs here will kill it quite quickly. And Xiaofan, which castle is he going to attack? He's probably going to go for this one, which means this one might be undefended. So I actually like Daut's position at the moment.
I feel like both of the castles, pairs of castles, are sort of going to fight their own sort of 1v1s. So like the Trebs from the left-hand castles, they're going to fight each other.
He does know that one's there, but only because he's just built the castle now. So Daut here doesn't actually have a trebuchet in queue at this castle, so that's actually a good thing for Xiaofan.
Well, neither does he, though. And
it will end up just being a one-on-one on this right side. But meanwhile, we've got Xiaofan going Cavalier. Daut already has Halb, however. So Xiaofan's just going for the powerful Frank composition, which you'd expect. But Daut just going to try and blind counter that.
Right. And generally, you expect to see, you get Cavalier to begin with because you've got a lot of knights from Castle Age, and then you sort of switch into Halbs and throwing axes and hand cannons, and then you start to add Cavalier back in to counter all of the hand cannons. This is like a key example of why having a smallish number of cavalry is good. You can run in there, you can snipe some siege, you can go check out the corners, see if there's any villages and positions that you can raid.
And also, you don't mind running under TCs and castles.
Exactly, right.
Like, these guys, they want to come and attack this Treb? No, There's castles here.
Right. A
There's
couple of
mangonels here.
Mangonel is over.
And yeah, you just don't want to do it. So this is good for Daut, though, on the left side. Obviously, having the hill is a nice bonus. But on the right side, looks like Daut's losing out here, 2v1. So he may lose the castle on the right, but he may win the castle on the left. The question is, which castle would you rather have?
The one on the right.
This
Whoa.
one, perhaps, because it protects the gold.
Protects the gold, yeah, but the one on the left is protecting most of his food eco, right? And his wood eco. So it's...
Pick one.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard. It's a hard decision.
Can I choose both, or is that cheating?
That's cheating.
Oh, and he's going to lose another treb because there's no helps here to defend it.
Xiaofan's looking on it, and it looks like he might be bringing this one home.
Oh yeah, getting the treb, then he gets the mangonel. He might even snipe some of these villages while he's here, to be honest.
Lombardia's coming home. It's coming home for Xiaofan.
Both the castles have died.
He's actually got, wow, both of them. This is perfect for Xiaofan. And he's got the relic. Yes, Robo, he got it. Go on. Look at the monk. Like, how is he holding it with one hand?
Yeah.
He's such a boss. He's actually holding it with no hands. Look, his left hand.
No, because he switches the staff from hand to hand depending on which direction he's facing.
Yeah. So he's holding it with his right hand right now.
And then
he's holding it with his left hand.
Yeah, he just like throws them in the air and like juggles them.
Yeah.
Whenever he switches
Man,
direction.
is he gonna move it to a? He's gonna have to walk at an angle where we can see this better, right?
I don't think so.
No, you can never see the hand that carries the relic. That's a shame. Anyway, throwing Axeman out. We were talking about this possibility earlier to counter the Halb. And Daut is in big trouble, actually. I mean, yes, he's got all the farms. He's got some very nice farms back here. You can tell that he placed those very carefully.
Oh yeah.
Very deliberately. But yeah, that's almost like a metaphor for how this game is going right now. Those farms. It's like abstract art of the inner feelings of Daut at 45 minutes of game time.
I don't have time for this. Just slam them all down.
Frantically trying to do something, but yeah, it's not looking good. I mean, these
trebs though getting picked off on the front though. Xiaofan being a little bit sloppy there, leaving them all by themselves. He might even lose that castle. No, I think those cavaliers might be able to get in there and snipe off the trebs.
Yep, that's expensive. Now, I would say this. He's got 800 gold in the bank. But if he loses this gold to the right side, he'll have no more gold income.
And how much gold does Xiaofan have in the bank?
2,000.
Slight difference there.
Just a little bit more.
Yeah.
He can afford to lose these Cavalier, let's put it that way.
Yes. 100%.
To trade off those Cavalier for the Trebs, it's worth it every day of the week.
Oh, no.
No. Yeah, he got it. Last hit. Last hit.
I was about to go like, what? How did he not get it?
Wow. One more attack and that Cavalier was dead. So that was really close. But I would like to see from Xiaofan more throwing Axemen. He has got them in queue, so he's got the right idea. I'd like to see more Cavalier as well. I think he's not got enough production at the moment.
I think he's mostly like just sort of short on food. He's only got 500 food in the bank, so he queues up 7 or 8 Cavaliers and then it's all gone, essentially.
Maybe we'll see Paladins, says Arklet. I doubt it at this point. Just because it's too expensive on the food and he's spending it down so quickly.
I think if this game continues, for more than the next 5 minutes, I think Paladin is quite likely.
Yeah. Oh, look at this TC from Daut. Classic Daut.
I found some gold.
I found gold, guys. Wait, does he even know there's gold there?
Or is he just looking for the wood?
Nah, he doesn't even know.
Maybe he'll find the gold as he walks past.
He might see it with this Vil. No!
Well, the TC will see it once it's built.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, the throwing Axemen moving forward.
Just chasing down
eating
these
halberdier for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Nom 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 nom. Very good stuff. And yeah, Xiaofan essentially here has this game in the palm of his hands, but Daut's not going to give up lightly. He is going to go for the clandestine TC.
Oh yeah, as Killer B
would say. But he's actually rebuilt the castle over here, so he is still safely grabbing that gold. I wonder why Xiaofan hasn't gone over there to try and deny it. I mean, it's such a easy target.
Well, right?
I guess he's thinking, well, actually, if you've got gold, that's fine, but if you've got no food and wood, that's equally just as bad.
And there's more villagers on this side that he can kill, right? On the gold, there's probably 10, maybe 15 villagers. Right. You're going to have 30 or 40 lumberjacks and farmers, right?
That's true. Now, Daut's making that switch into hand cannons and bombard cannons, which is not uncommon to see in a Frank game. I mean, we've seen most of the Frank games today utilizing the chemistry tech, but I think it's coming in too late. It's too slow. It's too expensive. And like, keep in mind, once this gold is gone, he has no more gold in... Well, I say that he's found the gold here, but so is Xiaofan.
Oh boy.
That could be GG, actually. Because, like I say, if he loses... Once this gold is gone, he will have no more gold.
And, like, there's even that gold just to the left of his base.
Can't access it, really.
I'm not sure if he even knows that one's there.
He might not.
If he knew that was there, he would be on it by now.
Yeah, you're right about that. He doesn't know.
Yeah.
It's in the fog.
That's just unlucky.
But, like I say, it's too expensive. Like, hand cannons aren't cheap. Bombard cannons are the most expensive unit in the game.
Right. And, you know, as soon as Xiaofan sees mass hand cannons and bombard cannons, he's going to be like, oh, okay, I'll just make some paladins.
Yeah.
That'll be good.
Maybe. Maybe he doesn't even need paladin. I mean, he can still kill the bombard cannons anyway. But, yeah, I mean, the fact that he's over here killing these villas is huge. The TC is going down to this random treb, and the villagers are going to go down with it. Daut's evacuating across the middle of the map. They get killed on the stone mine as well.
Bearded Axe and Chivalry coming in as well. So those Cavaliers and maybe Paladins are going to just pop out super
He might
quickly.
be thinking about paladin. He's probably thinking, ooh, I've just found more gold, and ooh, I have 4 relics.
Ooh.
That's quite a lot of passive gold income right there.
That it is. Oh, I didn't realize when you're in the eco mode.
Yeah, it shows the gold really.
And the relic as well, like it makes them bigger.
Makes
and
them really
stones and
fat.
stuff. That's cool.
That's pretty useful, actually. What about military mode? Oh, that just shows all the military units on the map. That's pretty useful, actually, late game.
Yeah, right.
Eventually
when you don't care about like the trade lines and villages that are just roaming around. Oh man, look at these vills here.
This is awful.
Getting cut down as they try to go chop some wood.
That's
Walk
it, Daut.
underneath the castle.
That's it. It's game over. He didn't even garrison them.
Daut's just lost like 15, 20 villages just in a moment there.
Yeah, it's pretty bad news. I mean, he's trying to raid with some halbs, so he's got that going for him, which is nice. But I guess he's thinking, right, okay, last stand. I've got a treb. I've got some hand cannons. I've got a lot of halbs. Let's see what I can do. That's about all he's going to have, though, isn't it? Because he's not going to have much gold to make much else. And there's... Like, look at this.
Oh,
His castle may get denied.
That's definitely a Daut castle.
By
There's
these
no way
throwing
they're going up.
axemen on the left-hand side.
Look at them. Look at them go. Just chucking them away. How about those Cavaliers on the right-hand side, though? Are they getting cleaned up?
Hold on, I'm just curious. If I do this and this, I can't... Okay, I can't do that. Cavalier on the right side?
Okay, they're running
Slowly
away.
getting pushed back,
Oh,
yeah.
and there's the Paladin upgrade.
It's happening, boys.
It's on. And he's still got 800 gold left over after clicking Paladin. So we can afford to make some more Paladin, make some more Throwing Axemen as well. And of course, you know, it's not a game that features Daut if it doesn't have a Daut castle.
Yeah. It's well and truly over for the Lord and Savior right here, but there's still time for him to save himself in game 3. It looks like we're going to the 3rd game here. Now, yes, that is a decent trade for Daut, but it doesn't matter in the end because the momentum is so good for Xiaofan now. I mean, we're calling it. We're saying it's over, but he's still playing on. I mean, he's obviously still... He's still thinking he's got a chance, right?
I feel like as soon as you see your opponent get Paladin when you have no gold, that's when you say, well, shit, this is over.
Perhaps, yeah.
Because Paladin, they're just such a good unit all round.
Even against Halb, right? Like, even against Halb, they'll be fine. I mean, not if they're incredibly outnumbered, but yeah, there it is. You're right.
He sees Paladin, it's like, well, nope, I can't keep going much longer. Like, because he was sort of hoping, you know, maybe I can outlast him to a trash war and then win with my superior macro. But
yeah, for sure.
Not in that case.
Jordi Barto, we are live right now, but the games are not live. We cast recorded games because we have 6 matches to cast at once. There it is. That's not really doing it justice. Can we make it... I don't think that's the full-size image. There you go. That's the monastery that we were talking about, like sort of high resolution. It was made using a sort of neural net, I think, which tried to scale up the image using the textures that were already there. It looks pretty awesome. It looks really cool. And that's all done using sort of computer CGI. Well, it's not really CGI, but you know what I mean, like computer scaling. It's a very awesome technology. Maybe that's what Definitive Edition will look like. Maybe it's a leak.
Oh, maybe.
No, I don't think it would be. I almost feel like Definitive Edition wouldn't look quite so jaggedy. There's a few weird things going on with that. But yeah, I think that's the preview. I don't think that's the full size image. But anyway, we can remove that from the screen. We're going to go into our third and final game very soon. It's the decider between Daut and Xiaofan. And if you're enjoying the stream and you want to see more Age of Empires 2 tournaments, keep in mind we are organizing this tournament. The ECL is supported by Escape, our stream, and all the people here working to make this tournament happen. If you'd like to support us, do consider subscribing. Your support goes a long way to helping us continue to support the Age of Empires community ourselves through making more tournaments happen. We will be hosting a LAN final for this event. And if you want to see more stuff like that, then your support is needed and much appreciated as well. But we are going to get into our third game very soon because I want to know the outcome of this. Xiaofan looked really good in Lombardia, and when it's a mirror match, you can't say something like, oh, it's a civ win or anything like that. It really does come down to
who played better.
Yeah, who played better.
Daut was outplayed.
Exactly.
There's nothing else you can say about it.
So game 3 going to be the deciding, and it's going the deciding. Game 3 is going to be the decider, and it's going to be on when the game doesn't crash. I feel like Age of Empires is crashing every time, and then it
just doesn't like you.
It
doesn't crash often for me at
all. Something like that.
It just knows, and it's like, it's that guy Zach again. Ugh. Don't like him.
That Zero Empires guy. Let's crash on him. If only Daut clicked up 2 seconds earlier, right?
Exactly. Right? He would have won the treble war if he'd been up 2 seconds faster.
Alrighty, so here we go. We are in now with game number 3, the decider for the first round here. And I think Xiaofan's really looking to get the win for his team because Frantic still have a chance, I think, to finish second.
No, they're not anymore.
Oh.
Since DA Baby lost to the Viper, no.
Oh, right. Well, there you go then. So the consequence of this game is that Xiaofan wins some money.
Basically,
That's quite nice.
And he gets, the prestige of beating Daut.
Yeah.
Which is, still
which is a huge
big
thing as well, right?
Especially in China, where Daut is still sort of revered as, the best player for such a long period of time.
Yeah. I don't even think just in China. I think in general.
Well, in general, yeah, but especially in China.
Especially in China. All right. Well, there you go. So Xiaofan going to be spawning to the west of the map, and the first time actually that we are seeing the the Slavs. I almost said the Celts.
The first time we see the Celts, other than every other clearing game so far.
And the reason we're seeing the Slavs, I'm assuming, because this is now the third game.
Mm-hmm, it is.
You can pick any civ from the pool.
Or out of the pool.
And he's going to go with Slavs on clearing. Daut spawning up to the northeast in the blue, playing as the Celts.
So we've sort of got Celts and Slavs, which is sort of like a Celt light.
Celt light.
Yeah.
Well, in a way, yes. I mean, both of them have good advantages to their siege.
Mm-hmm.
Slavs 15% cheaper, Celts firing 20% faster.
And more HP once you get the unique tech.
Obviously, if you're a Celtica, yeah. But then, obviously, the Slavs kind of have the better infantry because of their Dragina tech, which gives them splash damage. And then it's debatable who has the better eco. Probably the Slavs.
Depends on what stage of the game it is. In Feudal Age, Celts. Once you get to Castle Age, booming, I would say the Slavs.
Yeah. I think so too. Just that farming bonus, it's more impactful.
When you're booming. Yes.
Yeah.
Because, you're going to have so many farms going to pump out and keep your TCs working.
Yep. And, Daut nearly coming in and stealing some sheep there. But, yeah, we're going to see what happens here. We'll zoom out, though, take a look at the map here and see what we've got. I just love being able to zoom out. It's awesome.
It's so nice. Like, instead of having to, scroll around and try to, work out and piece together what the map looks like, it's like,
yeah,
there's all this
just see it all in one screen. It's fantastic. This is probably the more open version. This area here is more open than any other clearing that we've seen so far.
I feel like individually each section is far more wallable, but there's just so many different openings.
I don't know, like this.
Right, like if that side there was walled off where those deer are, just pretend that was just like a full tree line. Then, it'd be a fairly easy wall across the front.
This isn't too bad, though. I think Daut can wall here, and he'll be okay. But maybe he won't try and wall this. It's quite large, but still. And then you look at Xiaofan, and he's kind of got a wall like this and then maybe this, and then maybe this, and then he'll be okay. And then, there's actually an open part there. You have to wall this as well, or this. But this is definitely, as Mr. Chow in the chat is saying, the most open one we've seen so far. And I'll be curious to see how that influences things. Obviously, the Celt players, keep in mind, we've seen this map 4 times today. And we've seen Celts on every single one. And the Celt player in every single game has walled up.
And just gone for like a Drush FC or even just straight FC.
Yeah. So we'll see if Daut manages to get the walls up. And if he does get the walls up, where they go up.
Well, he's building a barracks, so he's on the right path if he wants to do a Drush FC. It's a little bit late. Maybe sneaking man-at-arms. Or it could just be like a slightly delayed Drush. It's not in front of his gold, though. So I feel like if he wanted to do Drush FC, it would be further forward to use it as part of a wall, right?
You'd think so. And actually, like, the way that his gold is spawned here, it's kind of forward. He does have a gold in the back, which he's actually going to take this instead.
If and he's going to gold already?
Yeah, I was going to say, he's going out to take a mining camp, so...
It has to be man-at-arms, right?
Yes, it looks like man-at-arms. Which I think is fine, because it is quite open. And if we look at the scouting of Daut right now, we'll see what he can see. He's got a good look around. I don't think he can see the wood line, actually. But he can definitely see the barracks here. And he'll know that it's probably similar in store for him as well. Both players with the barracks, but no militia in queue just yet.
Xiaofan does have militia in queue, though.
Yeah.
In queue. So he's probably doing a Drush FC at this point. And his walls, though, not very aggressive at all. He actually doesn't need to because he has the back golds.
Yeah.
The only problem is he's going to wall out his stones. So he might have some troubles defending late game and long term. If towers are coming forwards and he has to build defensive towers, then what is he going to do? Possibly.
Interesting walling from Daut as well here on this right side. Just like coming to house this off. It is actually open here, but like the fact that he's doing this is kind of cool. Thank you, Mr. Chow, by the way, for the sub. Really appreciate that. Thank you for the support. And welcome to the escapees.
As you like to say.
As Ham likes to say. I'm gonna make that Ham thing.
Why are you blaming Ham? This is your thing.
It's my thing now. I guess I've adopted it from Ham, but this is bad for Daut. Running straight into the 4 militia there, losing his scout immediately, and then he's instantly on the back foot. So you want to do man-at-arms? Well, too bad. You just lost a militia, your scout already, and your militia are already retreating.
You tried to come forwards and tower me. Well, that's not happening now, is it?
Yeah, right. In fact, there's more militia coming over from Xiaofan as well, but he's not up to feudal yet. So it looks like he's going to force more militia out of Daut. He's going to force Daut to keep committing to this. He might even force Daut to get man-at-arms here.
I think Daut definitely wants to get man-at-arms.
But this is good for Xiaofan. Look at this. 6 militia versus 4 here. And I think he can still FC off the back of this quite nicely. What is he doing? He's adding more. Oh, are you kidding me?
Endless Drush.
I feel like I'm playing a community game.
Is this Hong?
When I used to play community games, there used to be a guy called Why Not, and he would only pick on me. He used to stream cheat, but it was fine. I got a bit salty sometimes, but he only used to pick on me, and he used to endlessly drush me. And I feel like Xiaofan's doing the same, but I don't know how this is going to go. He's obviously up against men-at-arms now, which are massively superior, and he might end up actually losing all the men-at-arms because there's just so many militia, but with the villagers in there and an extra men-at-arm coming out.
Right, but the nice thing for this, though, he's forced Daut to make so many more militia than he wants to. He can't afford to do double bid axe, which you want to do pretty early after you feudal age, right? That's not happening now.
He's still doing more. I love it.
Is he just going to keep making man-at-arms? It's not a Drush FC, guys. It's a Drush into lots and lots of man-at-arms.
Oh, I want to see it. I want to see it so bad. 3 vills on gold. He's obviously not going to have the food to go castle.
Hell no.
More militia being queued up. And he's going to just wait a little bit for feudal to come in, and then bam, man-at-arms upgrade. Daut, meanwhile, what's he doing?
Sending the forward villager again, maybe?
Look at this walling. This is awesome. He's going to run into a wolf, though.
Is that really the best wall that you can do with the scouting information you have?
Walling the whole map. It's the only way.
Ooh, but those 2 man-at-arms sneaking in through the hole there.
And quick walls. Quick walls. He got it. That was clutch. On the other side, a house. He's got it. This side, 2 Butler Saints.
Just run home. Run to the TC.
Oh, no. The militia are here to save the day.
Yep, they just block them off. You're not hitting.
Sorted.
We're here to protect our friend.
Xiaofan's going to take this fight. Interesting. I mean, he's showing Daut that he's making more militia.
Even more.
He's like, oh my god, man. 4 militia? And now 4 men-at-arms probably as well. As he does that upgrade. I'm expecting him to do it. I mean, he's not done it yet, but...
Like, why wouldn't you? You've got 4 basically full health militia here.
4 strong, healthy militia. And yeah, he should win that fight, right? Yeah,
yes.
He's got it. Oh, the TC helped as well. But no, he's not doing militia or man-at-arms, actually.
Well, there's also one other militia at the top of the map.
Oh, there is, yeah. You're right.
That one's nearly dead, right? There's 5 of them coming in as man-at-arms.
It's Daut actually trying to wall like this. That's insane. Blacksmith did this, and then 2 archery ranges here, which Xiaofan has seen. Can he get the Vil, though? I think he can. He might just find it, but there is now an archer out, so he's going to deny that second range for a while. Xiaofan, with 4 militia here, going to go straight onto the man-at-arms. There's another archer coming out, but...
The Vil's going to go down.
The Vil's going down if he doesn't run, and now the archer's going to be the next one in those targets. I can't believe Xiaofan. This is just brilliant.
Are you going to kill the archer range coming militia now?
Maybe. The problem is he's getting kited, right? He needs like some skirms or something. But Man-at-Arms is about to complete.
This is so crazy. Like, what?
And here we go. Man-at-Arms going to pop and bam. Turn around and kill this one. Easy game. It's actually 8-8 right now. So Xiaofan's absolutely fine. He's going to go for this range. And please tell me he's making more. Oh, he's not. I'm disappointed. He's making a range. It's fine. He's got a 2 villager advantage, Robo.
Yeah, easy game. I'm still so confused by Daut's walls, because it looks like... Is that even walled completely?
No, you can just walk around here.
You walk around there and then just go around the back of the house and...
Is it open here? Yeah. Oh, and the wolf! Ah! He got
And it's even open a little bit north of here as well.
No, it's not. That's closed. Yeah, you can't go through that way. I love this map. It's awesome.
This is crazy.
It makes players sort of figure out the map as well, the labyrinth. And
everyone was giving me shit saying, like, why did you pick clearing and not just BF? I'm like, because I think it's a better map. And
clearing is so much better.
And everyone's like, nah, man, BF. Like, go back to the old school map. I'm like, but clearing, come on, bro. And I'm feeling validated now by...
Yeah. You should feel validated. Yeah. This is much better than Black Forest, I'm telling you. Maybe like Black Forest Unexplored is the new...
Yeah, but I think everyone would be like, you can't play Black Forest Unexplored. It's not right. You're not allowed to do that.
Yeah, right. That's funny, really.
It's like playing non-Regicide Fortress. It wouldn't feel right.
But it's quite funny. People would object to playing normal exploration Black Forest. But rename Black Forest to Clearing and they're all for it.
It's a different map, guys. Don't worry.
Totally different map, promise. We can play on normal now, can't we? Guys, you right? So... The most crazy thing about this is that Xiaofan's nearly castle, and
nearly got the resources to go up.
And he made I think he made 10 man-at-arms. That's 600 food.
Yeah. Is there a hole there?
And he can still go up to castle.
I almost thought that was a hole there because they were walking so straight toward those houses.
Yeah, like between them. And he's just finished Wheelbarrow. He's going to idle the TC for a second. Oh, he's not finished it even.
That was even idle, no worries.
It was Daut who finished it. And now he's finished it. He can go, boop, Castle Age. I'll take it.
Yeah, and Daut's, halfway towards the
Daut's doing a double wall. What is this?
Maybe he worked out that there was a hole there.
Oh my goodness. 18 stone walls right here.
Oh my god.
Is he going to stone wall this one? Yes. There's another 9. Oh, I can't believe he's doing so many stone walls.
And he's even walling in front of those trees there. He could delete a couple of these pieces of wall.
He's left a hole though.
What?
How is he? I guess he didn't explore that part. He'll fix it, I'm sure. This is a long-term project. Okay. Oh, yeah. I can't believe Daut. I can't believe he's playing like this. It's brilliant. But yeah, he's up to castle as well, and I guess you could argue he's at least got map control.
Oh yeah, he's got a handful of archers roaming around. He's got the stone walls through the middle of the map.
I just wish he'd wall his enemy in rather than
all these crazy
walling
things.
Forward like this.
It'd be so easy to just wall off that one area there.
Or this. Just do that there and there. Keep that one maybe, and that's it. I guess.
Well, I'd probably go a little bit further forward and wall out that stone and the other gold around the back.
Just wall like this. really, really in their face.
Go like 6 tiles away from his wall and then wall it.
Oh, man, I remember when you were teaching Will how to play AoE 2 and I smurfed him and I walled across the whole map. And yeah, that was fun.
That was one of the Korean War.
Yeah, that was
like
Korean.
War wagons.
It was Korean versus... Oh, was it Korean War? Yeah, it was.
No, maybe Koreans versus Aztec? I don't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember either. That was funny. I think Will's listening, so feels bad, man. But
I'm still so surprised that you would do that. You would smurf a friend while he's learning a game.
come on, it's fun.
It was definitely fun. Despicable person.
Who's got numbers here? It looks like Doubt's got the advantage at the moment. But neither of these teams particularly want to be going long-term into ranged units like this. So it's kind of funny, really.
Yeah,
like,
they're both doing it. Slavs, making knights is somewhat reasonable because they get bloodlines, they get fully upgraded cavaliers.
Yep.
Celts, you can still sort of do knights if you really want to. Still not ideal. But here it's just like, what are you gonna do with these crossbows in the mid game?
Oh my goodness, he's actually gonna get through here, isn't he? I don't know. Is Daut gonna finish the wall into? Yeah, he's noticed. Okay. Yeah, Daut
if
should.
one of those crossbows was standing against the wall, they could deny it.
You think?
Yeah,
it's probably enough range, isn't it? Man, it'd be cool if we could get like
range.
a toggle to put the range on, so you could press like R, and that actually shows fog of war stuff. I don't know, but if you could press something and it would show like the range in like its tile radius, that'd be cool. You can see if it would hit it, but yeah, that feels dead, but it's fine. The walls are up, and Xiaofan's going to hit a brick wall. Over here, though, he's denied the siege workshop. That's huge.
And there are a couple of knights there that we've totally missed that were being made from Xiaofan there. Mix the knights and crossbows is what he's going for. Neither player has added a TC yet.
No, there you go. The first TC being added by Daut. But Xiaofan, at the moment, he can afford to, but he isn't for some reason. I'm not sure why exactly. He's not going for it, but he's certainly not winning this fight here. Outnumbered, out-microed, and at the moment, not looking too good in Game 3.
No, I think Daut's actually in a pretty powerful position here. Like, he's got a nice number of crossbows. I would expect a forward siege workshop, possibly sometime soon.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Keep doing this pressure. Remember, here's the Celts. You can fairly easily afford these sort of things.
Well, he can already afford his third TC, so he should be doing that in a second. Well, nearly. Now he can. I feel like the third TC should be coming up, but he might also sense that he's got a nice advantage here and want to push it.
I would definitely like to see the forward siege workshop here.
Yeah.
Because like, he's just cleaned up so many crossbows. Right, like he should know that I'm probably ahead on numbers.
But it's a third TC. It's Daut. He could still do the forward siege workshop as well. But, I mean, he's got quite a lot of food in the bank. His eco is kind of set up for booming right now with all this food.
Yeah, that's true, that's true.
And he can very easily keep villager production going, so it's not too bad. Apparently that's a planned feature.
Capture Edge showing the range icons.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Awesome.
That'd be cool once that...
Thanks for the updates, Sir Lawrence. And here you go. The Mangonel could pop out here. Daut's in a bit of an awkward position. He's microing his way out of this. The Mangonel might just pop out and finish this off, but it might not be necessary even. No, the Mangonel came out on the wrong side. But
anyway, not that it matters.
Didn't even get to shoot. But
well, no forward siege workshop anymore, Daut. Just keep booming.
Yeah.
Good plan.
Good plan. Seems good, right?
Yeah, seems very good.
Like,
I'm sorry I doubted you.
Xiaofan right now is actually ahead by 4 vills. And if he gets his third TC up quite soon as well, he'll probably stay in a pretty good position. KD, they're actually pretty close as well. And now Xiaofan's going to be able to take down these ranges by the looks of things. Although Daut is coming back here to... it looks like he's trying to gate behind this.
Yeah, he is.
But I don't
there to prevent that.
Don't think it's going to happen.
Fourth PC coming down for Daut towards the front of his base.
Classic Daut, man. Classic Daut. Siege Workshop at home, actually, to defend. And yeah, I mean, this forward building, these walls, they're going to be taken down. And in the end, all these resources, it's kind of all for nothing. All this villager time, all this building, all this...
built the stone walls behind the range.
Yeah.
And that would have bought him so much more time here.
And buying time is kind of important. You can see he's still trying to buy himself time right now.
He's not going to have enough time to get the walls up that can buy him the time.
Yeah, like building these walls just to try and stall a little bit, get his own mangonels out. And oh, not a bad shot, but not great either.
Remember, there's still just a palisade wall on the top side. Okay, no, Daut's on that.
He's walling behind. But it's 2 mangonels against 1. Obviously, Kelt's faster firing, so it should help with the micro. But Slav's cheaper, so
easier on the eco.
Can afford more. And oh, it popped out on the wrong side, you could say, but he also caught him out by surprise. Does get the split on the crossbow, so the Mangonel will go down without any further casualties, and they'll end up trading 1 for 1. But that could have been quite good for Daut. Xiaofan not looking for a second. Could have lost all his crossbow right there.
But very nice splits there, keeping him in the game here, keeping his aggression as a possibility here. But let's see, can Daut get another trade here?
And the answer is yes.
Yeah, he's up now.
He's up.
1 Mangonel for 2 so far.
There's still 2 Mangonels back here, a little bit further back though. But I think Xiaofan's okay with this. He's actually going to be adding his 3rd TC now. He's fallen behind in Vils, however, in that time.
Because Daut has the 4 TCs going.
But at the same time, Xiaofan also has Handcart about to come in, and of course Slavic farms. So his farms right now are the best in the game that they could possibly do, which is pretty damn good.
Really good. Really, really, really good.
I don't know if we can see food per minute, if it will really show us much info. We can see Xiaofan slightly ahead on food per minute.
That Mangonel shot on the crossbows.
That was huge. And the trade as well. Very nice. Eco, let's have a look. He's actually behind on food right now. But he's kind of ahead on wood and equal on gold. So ecos are very even.
This map is definitely like BF, the Nyan Cat. It's like BF. It's that sort of gameplay style where there's lots of wood and you got to like sort of wall up these choke points and.
It is actually a little bit more open than BF typically.
Yep. And there's always more than one passage.
Yeah, right.
So like you need to wall up multiple sides. You're walking the wrong way, monk.
But Daut's actually getting, you're right, some good trades. We can see here that he's up in Mangonels right now. Obviously flattening all those crossbows was great. But Xiaofan.
Oh, Mangonel just coming out.
Oh, what? Where? There. Ah. Oh. No.
Oh, no.
Traded back. And in fact, that's a 1 for 1 there as well. So 2 for 1 there for the Xiaofan. And all things considered, it's probably about even, isn't it? I mean, looking at the cave, 47 to 44.
Yeah, that's basically all even. But we see Xiaofan, he's getting close to Imp. He's got more food than Daut. He's got more gold than Daut. He did lose that trade, though. Let's see, can those knights get there in time to kill off that Mangonel?
And the monk behind it, trying to go for the conversion. That might be enough to send Xiaofan packing. And it will be. But looking at the resources here, looking at the resources per minute, we can see that Xiaofan seems to be ahead in overall resources per minute collected.
He's got less bills on farms because he can afford to put more on other resources.
If Sir Lawrence is still out there, I'd like to see a total resources per minute as well as a individual breakdown.
Ooh, that would be good. So you can just
see who's roughly gathering the most. And I'd like to also see it rather than per minute. I'd like to see it like look at the last 5 minutes and then average it
instead of just the last minute.
Instead of just the last minute. So then you get a bit more of a stable number, which you can read into a bit more, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But Xiaofan now going to come forward with a castle here. And I'm going to check the relics as well, because they have been collecting up relics. It looks like they're just going to be 1 relic each right now. And the relics on the map are looking really kind of even. Is there another relic on the way home for Daut? I think there might be. Oh no, it's down here. Okay, so neither player probably going to get that for a while. But yeah, interestingly, both players building a castle within spitting distance of each other. Imperial Age coming in for both players pretty close together as well. And Daut has got the larger number of villagers right now. So I think we're in for a pretty close Imperial Age. But for the first time this series, we're seeing non-mirror civs.
It's going to be interesting to see, like, how are they going to approach Imperial Age? Are they both going to go for the same strategy? You know, Hells, Onagers, Rams?
Right.
Or are we maybe going to see Woad Raiders, Boyars? Are they potentially an option?
Boyars have the potential to be really good in this matchup.
Especially, like, if Daut doesn't go for Hells, I feel like Boyars are, like, just a clear pick to counter Woad Raiders.
But you have to have your castles up for that. You've got to be able to, you know, build trebs as well. It looks like we're seeing Daut at the moment training Rams and more barracks. So we're probably going to see Halb. We're probably going to see Capped Ram, maybe Onager. So we might see similar composition for both, because I don't think you want to make Boyar into that. We will, however, see the first Treb coming out, and at the back we're seeing barracks from Xiaofan. So if it comes down to it, you've got Celt Siege versus Slav Siege, but then you've got Slav Infantry versus Celt Infantry.
The thing is, Drazinia is such an expensive upgrade.
Yeah, it is expensive.
It takes a long time to be able to get that going.
And you've got to have castles to do it as well, and your castles at the early Imperial Age are really going to be focused on getting Trebs out.
Yeah. So it's not like early Imp. Drazinia most likely not going to have it. That's the sort of thing you get once you're like fully boomed. You know, the match is sort of stabilized a little bit. You can afford to invest, you know, what is it, like 800 gold or something into it?
Yeah.
And then it's going to be really good.
So Imperial comes in, and immediately we see Scaled Mail Armor, Pikeman, Cap Ram. And Xiaofan actually going for 200, so he's going Champion line, which is actually better, because if he's got the gold to spare, then Champions absolutely mince through Halb. And he doesn't necessarily need Dragina, but if he does get it later on,
that's just even better,
it's
right?
just even better, right? So, yeah, I think like Dragina is more important than Fura Celtica, for example. Although if you're both going Onager, for example, then Fura Celtica can be really, really critical in that case.
Oh, but Xiaofan, why does he have the trebuchet on the front of his castle?
Oh dear. He might be able to repair that though, or the castle might actually go down before the Treb dies. I think he's got the castle, you know. Daut's just going to let that one go.
2 HP castle.
Oh wow, unreal, unreal. There's been so many cool things this series, just little like nerdy things that have happened. Daut's going to find that last relic, but at the moment losing momentum, right? Like lost the castle here. Where's his other castle? He doesn't have one. He's actually got it. He's actually in a position where he might end up losing the game from here. This doesn't look good for him.
So little gold control.
Like he's going Halb into two-handed swordsman right now, and Champion is being researched.
They're lacking quite a few upgrades though, so the champions aren't going to be incredibly threatening right now. But you know, over the next 2 to 3 minutes, they might be, you know, the death sentence for Daut here.
Yeah, Daut gonna lose that Treb as well, so those castles will not be dealt with. He's now switching himself into long swordsman. He's like recognized, yeah, I need to take this switch as well, because Halb into this is just not smart. The problem is at the same time, while he's making this switch, he's not making much military, and he's losing both of his golds here. Where's his other gold? He doesn't have any. He's looking for gold, I think, with these guys here. The extra gold's on this side. I think that might actually just be Xiaofan's gold.
I don't think there are extra golds in this map.
I think
you
there
get
are
2 big golds each and 1, you know, normal sized gold each.
Yeah. Maybe he's looking for extra gold anyway, and he's not going to find any. He'll find the relic, that's great, but if he's got no gold income, he is in big trouble.
Right, and then another castle coming down there, I think, or that TC.
Would
Yeah,
Scorpions
another castle.
be an idea? I think Scorpions would be an idea. I think that's absolutely reasonable, but
Scorpions are not easy to mass up.
yeah, they're kind of slow. They take a while. He is also going into Wodies, but he's only got 1 castle. And at the moment, his best thing, or best chance here, is to essentially not make Trebs and try and get more infantry out and basically try and take the Trebs down himself. But
yeah,
with the Woad Raiders, there you go. Look, the Woad Raiders found the Trebs. That's the best way to do it right here.
We see that one Scorpion.
Hey, a Scorpion.
In the back. Pew pew pew.
Pew pew. Yeah. Man, that castle's going down though. No Trebs for you, Daut. And the Ram's now coming forward as well.
Delete the stone walls in the front so you can get right onto the Trebs instead of having to go round.
Yeah, that kind of triggers me. I feel like he should really be deleting the walls in this situation.
Like, that just helps Xiaofan, because like, you have to walk around, take all this arrow fire from those castles.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's kind of a pain. And Xiaofan right now, just going to back up a little bit. He's just got a really good, solid unit composition here. And Daut still doesn't have champion in, so it's two-handed swordsman against champions. There is a Scorpion in the back doing quite a bit of additional damage as well, while the champion's tank in front. And Daut's going to lose his whole army here, but he's got really no other choice. What else does he do? Just fall back and let him take his gold? He can't let that happen.
Well, can he do that? Like, he needs to push, but he can't really afford to push. You know, he's got 500 gold in the bank. That's not going to get very far once he gets upgraded.
Trap down.
I honestly think it might be GG.
Yeah, I think it might be. Unless he can get gold somehow, which at the moment the only way he's going to do that is selling his 1,000 wood at the market. And that's a point. I don't know how we see market prices on this on Capture Age. Maybe that's not a thing yet.
So, Lawrence, is there a hotkey to check market prices? If there is, let us know.
But yeah, it's that castle's down. Without a castle, there's no real defense now. He can go forward, he can take down the barracks, he can start taking down the siege workshops. And it was such a waste from Daut. You know, just going into Halb this game proved to be fatal. I mean, he invested so many resources into it, and it got him nothing in return.
And I feel like, you know, you're in an infantry civ war. Like, wouldn't you ideally go, like, immediately into either champs or woads?
Woads, definitely, but yeah, it's kind of difficult because you need the castles for them, and therefore they're a lot slower to get going, and they're not as reliable. Champion is super reliable for Xiaofan, and look at the castle here, just really making sure that he controls the map. And I think this is Xiaofan's game, honestly. I don't see Daut being able to come back from this. He's just researching champion now, but look at the scorpion damage.
Yeah, there's so many scorpions now. He's let him start to mass them together. And you know, once this castle's up, do you really want to go fight underneath a castle behind these scorpions and all these champions as well?
Not a chance.
Especially when you have half the military population your enemy does.
Not a chance. I'm waiting for heavy scorpion to come in, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. I'm loving the box formation. There you go. I'm loving the scorpion.
Oh,
Is that
another castle?
No, it's a siege workshop.
I was thinking, wow, that's insane.
I was going to say, is that another castle? And then I saw a siege workshop. I was like, oh, it's a shame. But yeah, he could afford another castle very soon. He's just 100 stone away. And there it is. GG from Daut. He's calling it right there. And what a game from Xiaofan. Really well done. Slavs, man, they are so very good. And Xiaofan there, being able to take advantage of the fact that Daut's resources were forward, really pushing that advantage, making sure to lock them down and make sure that Daut couldn't access that gold as the game went on. And once Daut was starved of gold, he knew that victory would be just around the corner. Even with the relics, Daut was not able to make enough in that situation. He actually only had 0 relics at the end because he lost the monasteries as well, which kind of sucked. But all in all, Xiaofan played very well. Daut, you know, he tried his best, but what can I say? I mean, he may have made a mistake by not reinforcing the archery ranges right here. Could have walled behind them, could have secured that a little bit more and stored a little bit more. But as it turns out, that was left weak, exposed, and Xiaofan used that to his advantage, building all those castles in the middle. And with a slightly faster imperial time and a castle advantage, he was absolutely able to take the advantage against Daut and take his own castles down. So there you go. Xiaofan progresses to the round of 8. Daut is eliminated. And we'll see more of Xiaofan next week. The Nilly game has not been casted yet. We're actually going to be casting that next week. We've got one more set of games remaining today, and we'll bring up the schedule to show you what is coming up. Rubenstock versus Say My Name. That's going to be our final match of the day. And we're going to be loading that up very soon. So we're just going to close out of this game and load that one up as well. And that's not what we wanted to see. That's the game lobby. There we go. That's what we wanted to see. The incoming game, the scoreboard will update in just a second. But it looks like we've got Houseboat for game number 1, followed by Frisia and then Highland. It has begun. The Zach's in the chat. We got some robos in the chat too at some point.
What? I didn't press anything.
What?
Don't blame me. Don't blame me,
No,
guys.
I'm saying about Say My Name.
Oh, okay. Oh, right, okay.
Robo's instant, default don't blame me. I didn't do anything wrong.
I didn't make a mistake.